I'm Jen with Caketastic Cakes. I'm going to be making some cranberry juice today. You've probably seen some of the videos if you do any type of jarring or anything like that. And it's super easy. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to add raspberries to it. So I'm going to make cran raspberry juice because I like it better and I want to see how it's going to come out. The recipe itself is super easy. It's a 1-to-1. Water to berries is the way I did it, and it came out excellent. So I got a bag, cranberries, put them in here. I've got a container of raspberries, throwing them in there. And I am right about 5 cups. 5 cups. So put them into your pot. Add the same amount of water to it. I'm actually going to add a little bit extra because it has to boil for about 10 minutes. And you're going to lose some of the water. And I don't want to lose too much because when I did make it, my son said it was very good, but it was a little thick, which I think he's crazy, but there you go. So we'll see. I think this is kind of a to-taste recipe. So I'm adding like 5.5, 6 cups into here. And now I'm going to put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, and then boil it for 10 minutes. All right, I've got my boil going. I'm just kind of moving around. You can see they've split. Some of them actually burst because I had kind of a hard boil going. And I'm going to set a timer now for 10 minutes. If you go a little longer, it's not going to hurt anything. You know, they might get a little softer, but that's about it. So right now, I'm going to smush them a little, kind of push them around. I think most of the sludge, though, is the raspberries. I've got my timer going, and I have my awesome kitchen-majig, so I'm ready to go. And like I said, give it about 10 minutes. It's been boiling for about 5 minutes. And I don't know if you can tell, but the foam is starting to turn pink. And you can see that the color is starting to come out. So looking good, keep going. All right, it's been boiling. I gave it an extra few minutes because I wanted to. And it is, the berries are all smudgy, if that's a word. But the color, I don't know if I can show you or not. The color is a nice, pretty red. So hopefully you can see that. I can't tilt it. All right, next step. So far, easy enough, right? Strain it. So I've got just a metal strainer, and I'm going to do 2 strains. I'm going to put it through this one, and then I'm going to put it through a nut bag or cheesecloth or a very, very fine strainer. Anything like that will work. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like, look at that color. It's so pretty. I'm going to not use this. I'm going to use this and just kind of press down a little bit carefully so I don't break the handle. Try to get all the extra juice out that I can. So I'm straining every last little drop. Going to get that extra, you know, half a tablespoon, which makes all the difference. Okay. So that is done. And this is why I'm going to strain it again. You can see it's very cloudy. It's not real see-through. It's a beautiful color. Not real see-through. I'm going to pour it off into a couple other containers so I can pour back into this one. This one's nice and big. So nice. Okay, and now I'm going to use my nut sack. That's just what I'm calling it, my nut sack, because I use it to make oat milk, almond milk, that kind of stuff. You pour it in and it drips through. It's my nut sack. So there you go. I'm going to give it a little squeeze, which you're never supposed to do, but I am impatient, so that's what I'm going to do. Only a little though, not a lot. I can feel there's some sludge down in the bottom. And eventually I'm going to have to stop doing this because it was boiling a moment ago and it's burning my fingers. Okay. So I strained it in my nut bag, put it in here. Now I have got 5.5 cups. So between the water I put in and the juice from the berries themselves, I managed to break even as far as the boiling goes and everything. I don't know if you can see, but it's so pretty. This is almost a quart and a half-ish. I'm going to add just 1/3 of a cup of sugar. I'm only adding a little. It's a preference. I like it a little more tart. Like 1/3 to a half a cup per quart is pretty typical. So, and I also added the raspberries, so I don't think it's going to need that much. That's pretty good. That's where it is. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. You can taste the raspberries just a little bit. It's very nice. So now you put it in a big old jar, stick it in your fridge. You can also water bath these if you wanted to, this cranberry juice, and store it for another time. All right, so when you're all done with it and you're happy with the sugar, go ahead and pour it into a big old jar. Like I said, you can water bath this if you wanted to, if you want to store it for later. I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick it in the fridge. But once it's cool, it's not hard at all to make. It's very, very good. It uses up the cranberries that you buy that you think you're going to use and then you don't. So yeah, highly recommend you try this.